So, what up nerds? Welcome back. So today, I'm going to change the main headlights on this thing, also change the headlight switch, and put in a relay harness, and then put in LED bulbs, because the headlights in this are atrocious, and then they stopped working. I've never liked how sealed beam headlights worked my whole life, so finding out that I could get these, I'm gonna drop it. These cheap little guys off of Amazon for a couple bucks and convert it to an H4 headlight bulb has been life-changing. So I've done it to the other wagon, I'm doing it to this, I'm gonna do it to the Ram. Everything's getting these. So anyway, let's get started. First thing I want to do to this is actually change that relay so that the car will charge again. And then we can actually mess with the headlights. So I'm not exactly sure where this relay came from, maybe AutoZone or something, but I got a box of these standard relays from Amazon that are sealed up. They should be waterproof. So I'm just gonna take this off and change the wires over one at a time, follow the pin out that's listed on there, and be done. So the back of these relays, they all have different numbers on there. They serve different functions, and this relay can actually function as either a normally open or normally closed relay. So I'm just going to figure out how I wired this one, change it out wire for wire, and we'll be good to go. So this is wired as a normally open relay, which, you know, should have been expected. This is wire 30. This is wire 30. I'll pull it off there. Place that there. This is the ground wire. That goes there. This is the feed wire. That goes there. This is the signal wire. I'm going to tape it up later, but for now this should work. I'm going to fire it up and make sure it's charging. That's the ground wire in this one. Ooh! No. Whew! Shouldn't have done that. Still charging though. So yeah, you just watched me screw up. Luckily, the only victim was the probe. The probe for the voltmeter, but the car's still charging. I should have just tested at the battery, but I wanted to show that you could test there. But that is important, and that's why I did have this taped up so that nothing would get in there and arc it. What I should really do is put some heat shrink tubing over it and then heat it down and all that, but I'm not doing that right now. I'm going to focus on getting these headlights in and the relays changed out, and then I'll do that later. Anyway, first thing you're going to want to do when you're messing with headlights and stuff like that is just go ahead and disconnect the battery. So I'd already loosened that up earlier. And then there's just some T15 bolts that hold in this surround. So there's one here, one here, one here, one here. Basically have 4 corners. Just pull the panel off. Make sure you're gentle so that you don't mess up your turn signal / running light. Inside here, it's just 4 Phillips heads that hold on this little surround. Bent screwdriver. Come on. This is not cool. Thought this would be as easy as I did it on the other car a few years ago. Now what do I do? Finally got 3 of the screws out, which let me bend this one up to get this out. But while I was looking at it, I found this snake skin, which means there's been a snake around here somewhere. That's always fun to find. So I'm using the GS Power H4 housings, but I'm putting in an LED bulb. It's the Fahren brand. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I think it's German. So the little gasket grommet doesn't fit it like it normally would. So I cut a slit in there so you can just kind of wrap it around there. I'm just trying to keep out most of the water. I know that not all of it's going to get to stay out of there. So I cut a slit in there. Basically, I'm just trying to wrap it around the bulb. Make sure that the fan is going to be able to breathe. And it's going to keep out most of the water and moisture that's going to get through there. Not all of it. Your mileage may vary. This is what I'm doing. This is not what you should do. You should probably just use halogens like a normal person. Anyway, let's get these installed. It's not going to fit with that gasket in place. I think I had this issue on my other wagon. I just don't remember doing it. Let's pull the gasket off and see what happens. Maybe I could put the gasket in afterwards, but I doubt it. But that's covered pretty well. Let's install these screws and we'll call it good for now. We can just slap this back on for now. How's this go on there? Well, the side's all done. Let's do the other side. Okay, you can see this side actually got full of water and was part of the reason why the headlight sucks so bad. I still have a pile of parts I need to put on this, like brakes, axles, the tie rod ends, you know, actual maintenance things, but this is easier to do and it's a little bit more fun. But then once I'm able to drive this at night, I'm going to want to be able to drive it more. So that's probably when I'll get around to doing it again. Alright, that's what the little trim ring looks like there. Pull this plug off right here. Man, this thing is just rotting apart. Good God. Oh yeah, and this headlight is so bad, you're not supposed to be able to see through them. This is supposed to be all reflective coating, so no wonder I couldn't see what I was doing at night. I had to drive with the friggin' high beams on. This is the unwrapping and unboxing of the GS Power headlight housing. I'll jam in this Fahren brand bulb, and it just sits in there. You push these little clips over and down, and once they seat in there like that, you're good to go. That's it, you're done. They're super easy to put in and install and take care of. I'm not going to do this side. Oh, that's right, I got to put in the relay harness still, and I got to do the headlight switch. Let's do the headlight switch real quick before I put this in, decide what I'm doing. Oh, I still gotta pull this bottom off. God dang it, because the switch is behind there. Alright. Oh. Well, now that this is a custom two-piece operation, that just got a lot easier. There's just the 3 Phillips head screws holding this in. Here's my new switch. Let us compare them. Ooh, that's a little quite different. Well, hopefully this will come out and I can just swap it over. Now again, we don't really have to worry about anything because I took the battery off, so I don't need to worry about that. Ooh! Well, here's one problem. This one's busted off. It probably got melted because this is all melted in here. I don't know if you can see that. Let's give you a zoom in. All of these terminals are melted. All of them, every single one. So this must have got hot at some point, and then in turn took this out. So me putting in this relay harness is going to help this out a lot, make it so that we don't have this issue again. Now I don't remember how to take this apart, so I gotta, ew, even that's crunchy. Alright, I remembered now. You gotta push this little button down to get that out. So that's cool. Then you gotta get this little plastic piece out, which probably hasn't been out of here since the 80s. So I'm just gonna just man, this is not fun. We'll go. There we go. And then this piece here, I need this surround. So if I had to guess, I think you just put a big screwdriver in here, like a number 3-bit, and just twist it out, and then twist it excuse me, into the new one. So I'm gonna go get another screwdriver. Well, I found a flathead to fit in here. You can just twist that out, and that's gonna remove this whole front panel off. I thought this was plastic at first, but this is actually metal. So all I gotta do to assemble it on the new one is just line it up, start screwing it down. And then you're done. Put this little cover back on. Top one first and the bottom two. Put the plunger back in. And this is, oh no. Oh, there it is. Ah, you gotta line it up and then it'll, come on. Now I can't get it back out. What a comedy of errors here. There we go. Alright. That's in. That's in. That's in. There we go. That works. This in. Well, that's close enough. Let's clip this on. Try and get them lined up as best as possible. Alright, so to get this back together is pretty easy. Just up there and start putting screws in. Now luckily all of these dash screws are the same, so it doesn't really matter what screws you take from where. You don't got to remember where anything goes. You can just kind of put all your screws in a pile and then put them back wherever you want. Install my custom two-piece dash again. Luckily I have another one of these. I want to build it up a little bit before I put it in here. You know, like I want it to be durable. I don't want it to get broken like this one too. So, oh God, this just broke. the little tab right here. Like, that just happened. I wasn't even being reckless with it. I know people are going to be like, well, that's what you get for playing with Mopar junk. Well, it's 40 years old, almost. I mean, it's coming up on 40. So, it's as old as me, and I'm falling apart, so I don't blame it. Life's hard around here. This thing was not babied. So I bought this All-Star truck parts relay harness, and what it's going to do is make it so that it's going to bypass the stock wiring and go through these relays for the low beams and the high beams. And it'll also make it so that when I turn the high beams on, it'll also activate the high beams on this side. So it'll be like ultra bright. So I just got to figure out where I'm going to mount all this junk and then mount it. That's for the high beam side, which means I got to pull out this one because I can't just reach in here for this because this coolant jug's in the way. It's a little annoying. What I'll probably do is just get another set of the same low beam housings and then get some yellow bulbs for the high beams because I just like how they look. So that's fun. It's just bare. You see that? Ugh. It's bullshit. And whatever. We'll get some tape, I guess. That's annoying. That was annoying. Well, anyway, I put this ground here. I don't know if you could hear that well. That beep there, and then if I put it here, it's also beeping. I'll do it again. And here, and then come here, come here. So they're all good. Let's get this piece of crap back together. Get a move on. Well, I don't know when that died off, but whatever. This just plugs straight in. These connectors are a little jankety. They have like a ceramic insulator inside of them, which usually works pretty well. Unless you're using like cheap bulbs, and then it just gets annoying to finagle it all in place. Just back some. And put that in there. Yep, that seems pretty alright. There we go. Well, got the headlight back in. Kind of got the harness just tucked away over here for now. Let's drop the battery back in and make the battery connection. Let's see what happens. Yeah, just kind of tuck some of this harness in here. All right. That one there. This one here. I need my channel locks because I don't have a side socket for that. Put that down in there. Pick up some of this junk. Why is that always on? Weird. So the low beam is turning on the high beams, and the high beams isn't doing anything. Alright. I think I got it figured out. I'm going to switch the dang. Alright, I'm going to switch the high beam and the low beam signal, and then we should be good. Push that down and get that through there. That. I don't know if this is just because of the LeBaron and I bought a harness for a truck, or this is supposed to be a negative switched relay I needed. I have no clue, but I kind of like figuring stuff out and making stuff work. And it's not like somebody made a direct harness for this. Said it was, you know, for a LeBaron. So let's go flash the high beams. All four come on. Low beams, high beams, off. Flash the highs. Alright. You got it figured out, kids. I'm going to wrap this up off camera because who cares? It's just 4 screws I need to put back in. And then I guess within the next week I got to start putting the front end together on this because I'm going to need a winter beater soon, and I do not want to put a motor in my wife's car yet, so this is probably going to be it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and do all that stuff for me if you can. And an hour a day will keep the jack stands away, but you know, maybe like 3 hours messing with headlights will, you know, help the jack stands go away too. What up, nerds? So I'm an axle going up in the SRT.